We begin, though, this afternoon with the terror here in Texas. Good afternoon. I'm Min Chow. Right now, federal investigators are in Schertz and Austin after several explosions this month. The White House saying at this point there are not signs that these are acts of terrorism. 2 suspicious packages were found inside the FedEx facility in Schertz that is just outside of San Antonio. Investigators saying that one exploded on a conveyor belt. They are confident, though, that Schertz is not the target. Our Janelle Fort live there this afternoon with the very latest on this investigation. Janelle.
Investigators may now be getting that break they've been looking for since these explosions first started earlier this month. San Antonio police say that they found a second package here at this FedEx facility that didn't detonate, and they've taken it in for further investigation. Now, here's what we know so far. That package originated in Austin and was heading to Austin. They've traced it back to a FedEx center not far from Sunday's tripwire blast. Now, in a press conference here just a little over an hour ago, the Swartz police chief says they're pretty confident that the intended targets were not here in the San Antonio area. Now, this morning, Austin Police Chief Brian Manley told the Austin City Council that based on the components of the package that exploded here, he believes it's connected to the 4 other Austin explosions. That package was also made of nails and shrapnel. Now, the blast happened overnight at this FedEx ground distribution center. Authorities say a medium-sized package detonated on a conveyor belt. One woman who works here says that she was hurt. She heard ringing in her ears. Now, with this most recent explosion and the switching up of tactics, police say it's making this even more complicated.
The person obviously knows what he's doing, trying to mix things up. I mean, I don't know. I can't get into the psychology of it. There are people much more qualified than I am to do that.
Now, there are currently more than 500 federal agents here in Central Texas investigating this matter. Now, what's the most scary part is that a motive is still unclear, as is who the intended targets are. Now, the White House is also chiming in, as Sherman said a little earlier, adding that there's no clear indicators at this time that this was terrorism, and sending their support to those victims of those explosions. So we'll continue to update you guys both on air and online. But for now, reporting here in Texas, Janelle Ford, KHOU 11 News.
All right, hoping for some answers soon. Thank you, Janelle. And a scare in Austin, where a suspicious package was spotted at a FedEx facility near the Austin Bergstrom International Airport. That building was evacuated and the roads were closed as the investigation is underway. This in reaction to that explosion in Schertz overnight. Hazmat crews were called out, indicating that hazardous materials may be involved. Again, investigators say they have tied those packages in Schertz back to Austin. And here in Houston, a suspicious package call just off the Sam Houston Tollway in North Harris County. The bomb squad was called out checking the package about 9:30 this morning near Imperial Valley. Police shut down the intersection while that investigation was going on. It has since reopened. Viewer Chris Brown sending us this video. We will, of course, continue to follow the bomb investigations throughout the day and have more live coverage in our later newscasts this afternoon. You can get the very latest at KHOU.com. And happening right now, testimony has begun in the murder-for-hire trial of Leon Jacob. This is here in Harris County. First to take the stand, Houston City Councilman and bail bondsman Michael Kubosh. He tipped police to the plot when Jacob allegedly asked him to find a hitman. Jacob and his girlfriend, veterinarian Valerie McDaniel, allegedly tried to hire a hitman to kill both of their exes. McDaniel ultimately committed suicide after their arrests. Jacob insists that he is innocent, despite 14 recordings with an undercover officer posing as a hitman. This afternoon, Houston police still looking for a Southwest Houston man on the run after he allegedly beat his 64-year-old father to death with a baseball bat, and his mother witnessed the entire ordeal. Michelle Choi spoke with a childhood friend who says that their community is reeling in shock.
We're told father and son and mom all lived inside this house, but police say that gruesome beating took place right across the street. It's an unfathomable act.
It's just really awful. I just can't imagine.
A son allegedly beating his dad to death with an aluminum baseball bat. A mom watching in horror just a few feet away. But that's exactly what police say happened here overnight on Silmer Road. That mom barely able to stand as police escorted her. They say 29-year-old Christian Pedroza, or as folks around here call him, Danny, struck his dad, 64-year-old Bamaro Pedroza, again and again after an argument got heated, ultimately killing him before taking off.
We broke down in tears in my house. I've known his dad for so long, and he's literally the best man ever.
Childhood friend Katie says for the last few years, Danny has struggled with mental issues, which often led to angry and violent outbursts. Broken windows like these, a common sight, but
his dad was always the one that could calm him down and kind of bring him back to the house.
Danny is now wanted for questioning by police.
Danny, just please turn yourself in. I know that it's a difficult time, but we love you, Danny.
Neighbors say they've seen cops out here almost every month because of Danny. Now, they say his parents have tried to get him help before. He was even briefly hospitalized for about 6 months after getting arrested last year. He was last seen wearing a red or maroon shirt. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you're asked to call Houston Police. In Southwest Houston, Michelle Choi, KHOU 11 News.
A high school gunman is dead after police say he opened fire inside a Maryland high school this morning. Police locked down the campus of Great Mills High. The gunman was a male student who reportedly shot 2 other students, both of them in critical condition. A school resource officer fired at the gunman, who then died at the hospital. No word yet on a motive.
A male student produced a handgun and fired around, wounding a female student and another male student in a hallway of Great Mills High School just before classes begun.
Students were evacuated to a nearby high school to be reunited with distraught parents. ATF and FBI agents are helping with this investigation. All right, let's take a live look outside and get some good news, which is the weather. It's a gorgeous day, cool and breezy. And look at that skyline. Hey, Brooks.
Hey, Sherman. It is a beautiful day. Today, the first day of spring. The vernal equinox officially occurring in the last hour at 11:15. We've got beautiful weather here across Texas with not a cloud in the sky. But this storm system is the one that brought us the rain. It's now about to bring heavy snow to the northeast. Now, through the day tomorrow, Boston, New York, Philly, D.C., accumulating snows, canceling flights. So call ahead if you're flying out of our airports because they could be delayed and connected. Meanwhile, this beautiful weather, Hotel Zaza, Houston, temperatures right now are in the mid-60s. We're going to top out today at 71 degrees. Coming up, we'll talk about how long this beautiful spring weather will last. Sherman.
All right, hopefully for a long time. Still